Okay, technical update as to how I did stuff. Actually, I'm on a creeper right now under the trailer, and I just pulled that bad piece of metal out. You can see there are a bunch of pit marks in there, so not good. I used this little die grinder to cut the metal out. In order to get to the seam where I wanted to cut it, I had to drop my black water tank a little bit. You can see how I just dropped it down a little bit, and that gave me enough of a gap to get in there and cut the metal. I'll get back to how exactly I lowered this tank. It's actually not that difficult. I'll do that maybe in another update. But you can see there's the insulation. Okay, this was the missing piece right here. You can see it. But the floor here is really good. Looks like new. All the wood is discolored a little bit from rust. Ooh, dusty it is. But it's not rotten. It's just really dusty here. This has received basically rock chips and road dust, etc. And then obviously with the holes in the metal, they did not really help this in any way. But most importantly, in behind here, my floor, it's new. No issues. Even the wood here in the front this is actually just discolored from rust, but it is not rotten at all. Even though it looks bad, I actually cut into it with a knife and it is hard. There are no issues here at all. So it's merely discoloration. I could cut this out somehow and replace it, but I don't think it is necessary. So I think I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna put the new piece of metal in, and then this is gonna be aluminum, obviously. So there will be no more rust issues. I'm gonna have to straighten out the insulation here a little bit. I kind of pulled it when I pulled the metal out. So we'll get that straightened out. Maybe even replace this piece. And then we'll go from there. Actually, cutting the metal on top of the frame is it's a little bit difficult. It can be done though. What you need to do is okay, you can see there is a piece of wood right here that sits right on the frame, and the metal runs between there. Back off a little bit. The metal runs between here, and to get in there to cut it is a little bit of an issue. The way I did it is I drove wooden wedges in between, right in between here to separate this, and then using both a right hand and a left hand tin snip, I could get in there far enough to actually cut it. Again, you know, it's just one of those techniques that you kind of have to figure out as you go along. It worked really well. Oh, and by the way, you can see there's a bracket. This is a bracket that holds the body of the trailer on the frame, and there is a bolt going through here. Now, the bolt hole was drilled after the metal was installed, so this bolt would have formed an obstacle to pulling out the metal. So what I did, I cheated, and actually I pushed this bolt up, and in behind here I had to cut a hole in the wall again, but so it's just the paneling that I cut out carefully, neatly, so I can put it back in, and nobody's ever gonna see that because this is right in behind my shower tub. So, well, it gave me the opportunity to inspect the floor in behind here a little bit more carefully. get repositioned here. And really, well, other than a few mouse droppings, there was no issue, no apparent issue in the wall or nothing. So this is all perfectly clean. Well, cutting this hole in here gave me peace of mind, and I was able. Let me see if I can catch that. Oh, there it is. There is the bolt. I cut out the line around the bolt head and then just hammered it up right through the floor. This will sink right back down. I'll seal it up with silicone when I'm done here, and voila. Good as new. Nobody will ever be able to spot that unless they take the shower tub out. But who would want to do that? So yeah. Anyway, this was a success, pulling this metal out, and now I can get to actually replacing it. I'm looking forward to having this aspect of the repair done for sure. Then I can replace the wood in the other corner, and we'll be ready to spend time on the things that I originally intended to fix. Not all the unforeseen stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers.